Howdy guys, Bookie Laura here. Now recently I read Stormbreaker. I read it over the summer. You might have seen me talk about it in some wrap-ups and Friday reads and stuff like that. But the purpose behind me reading it was so that I could use it to teach my class. So I read it to them and we did some work around it, and I'm here to kind of offer you a kind of teacher style book review. So not a book review of my feelings about the book, but a book review of how the children's feelings and how it impacted on their learning. Now, whilst I did say that this is not a book review about my feelings about it, I feel it's important right from the get-go to say that I found this to be an okay book. However, there were lots of things about it where I really had to sort of suspend my reality, or, suspend my belief in reality, and it was really outrageous, and I found that quite hard to get my head around. I think when I read, quite a realistic person. I like things that sort of feel like real life. So that was an element that I didn't really enjoy, and I found the main character very irritating, but that's enough about me. Let me tell you about what the children thought. I want to do this in kind of as quick a way as possible, so I'm going to start off by just telling you the children's thoughts. Now, it can be difficult to gauge how children feel about a book because, when I'm reading it, there are 32 children all just sitting staring at me, and they don't always give a lot. They don't, you don't get a lot of feedback from them. However, what I did find was that every day, whenever I finished reading it, there was always a kind of groan, a real sense of, oh, we want to know what happens next. And I think that is testament to how good the book is, and particularly testament to how well the chapters end. There's always that kind of cliffhanger that makes them want to carry on reading, and that was really positive. They loved that. In fact, there was one moment where a boy was called out of class while I was reading it. He had to go and do something with somebody, and he not threw a tantrum, that's a bit extreme, but it made it so clear that he did not want to go. He wanted to stay and hear the story, and I was gutted for him. And actually in the end I said, you know what, just stay and hear it. But the fact that he was so invested in the story, he couldn't bear the idea that he might miss 5 minutes, I thought was really clear about his feelings towards it. And on that note, I then tweeted about it on Twitter, obviously, and Anthony Horowitz actually replied, which was awesome, so that was cool. So I spoke to the author. Woo. So yeah, the children quite clearly loved it. It's a very exciting adventure story, lots of drama, lots of violence and cool action stuff, which I think really appealed to them, and really appealed to a lot of children who perhaps don't consider themselves to be readers. I felt like it really did make them more aware that there are exciting books out there, and that was really exciting to see. I know that a whole host of them have already been and forced their parents to buy the rest of the Alex Rider series, so that's very exciting. I love when you feel like children are reading books because of something that you did, and you're like, I'm gonna make readers, that's my job. So as well as telling you about the sort of children's opinions of the book, because I used it as a class reader. We read sort of 10 to 15 minutes every morning. It's the first thing that we do, and we got through the book in about 5 weeks. It obviously had a very positive response from them. We also got a set of books a set of Stormbreaker, and so many of them have reread it since then, where they're just so invested in the story, and it's lovely to see. But as well as that, once we got about 4 weeks into it, we then did some English work around it. So if you're not interested in boring teacher stuff, you might wanna stop watching now. This is for those people who are interested. We did some absolutely amazing work around Stormbreaker. We did 3 weeks worth of writing with the sole purpose of writing an adventure story, writing their own Alex Rider story. We discovered this through a secret coded message from Alan Blunt that came to us at the very start of the unit. We knew that that was what we were going to be writing for. We looked a lot at how he created that sort of excitement and suspense and drive to keep reading, and that has been really powerful because I'm not just giving them a text and saying, this is how you do it. I'm giving them a text that they were excited about and using that to make them realise how they could make readers excited to read their stories. And the stories that they have produced have been amazing. I mean, about halfway through the unit, we had a go at writing a sort of second part to Stormbreaker, and it is without doubt the best piece of writing that they have done so far, and we are currently in the process of writing their own Alex Rider stories, which has been really exciting, and I think it's just made it more exciting than just writing a story. The amount that they have taken from Stormbreaker and sort of transferred into their own writing is really noticeable. A lot of gruesome, a lot of violence and a lot of gruesome, but then do you know what? That's what you want to write about when you're that age, isn't it? We also incorporated some other writing, so we did some cool stuff around designing our own Alex Rider gadgets, because there's a cool sort of Alex Rider gadgets book. So we invented our own gadgets and then wrote about them, and that was lovely. And it all tied in. We did a kind of spy topic this term, so spies and technology was what we were learning about. So we got the parents in just yesterday, and they were looking at the writing and looking at some of the other stuff that we've done. And I was really sceptical because I didn't enjoy Stormbreaker. Like, it was okay, but I didn't love it. But it is a fantastic read-aloud book, and it really is the kind of book that children of that age want, particularly those who are perhaps not yet readers but are sort of becoming more aware of exciting books. And I feel like it really did that for some of them. And yeah, great book, definitely read it, and if you get the chance, do some writing around it as well, because it's really easy to adapt his style. He writes in such a sort of exciting way and creates suspense in such a way that it was really easy to adapt to their own writing. If you've read Stormbreaker, then by all means let me know what you thought of it. It'd be interesting to know whether you side with my class or whether you side with me on the whole Alex Rider, is he a good guy or not? Like, I found him really, really annoying. Also let me know if you know of any other books which you think would be great to read aloud to the class. I mean, we've got plenty planned, but there are always spaces for more. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.